I'm gonna get you the microphones here in a second. Let me go back into the next thing.
All right, we are moving stuff, and we are live.
Okay.
Portage.
I'm just breaking this down, taking it all apart. We're moving it in to there. This is what we got going so far. We got my other setup in the 3D printer. On this table, we got power supply. We've got signal generator down here. We got a nice little area right here. This is good. And I'm hanging up some clips as like every time I start a major project, they're all on the wall like that. I'm getting all the coils together. Oh, I forgot to get the microphone. I'll get it though.
Gonna get the microphone. Ow. Look at it. That Boss motor is magnificently huge. Look at that.
Contactless dynamo. Oh, this little thing is cool.
I've seen you using that.
Shaping it to be a wonderful holiday.
Really bad on
We're doing some cleaning, some moving, some organizing.
Miscellaneous odds and ends
Yeah, we got boxes.
up in this box. Put the dynamo in this
What?
So it's like,
box. Made of wood. Awesome. Love the box. Alright, let's go back in here real quick.
Did you think of giving me a wonderful holiday?
So, this is Papa Bale.
what's
Welcome,
up?
everybody. We're just rearranging everything. We're compacting it yet again from 2 rooms to 1 room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm maximizing the space I have here so that I can do my laundry as well.
Yeah, I'll still have lunch.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry. Bada boom.
Keep forgetting about that.
We gotta get a light that's above though up in here.
Oh, you can take
Oh.
these off. Yeah, let me get the microphones while I'm thinking about it.
Get the microphone, yeah.
I hope that piece is just, yes it is. Oh.
Alright, we're doing.
Alright, so you unplug this piece into the bottom of the phone. And then there's a oh. What sounds like we got hail going on out there?
Yes, it does.
Turn it on for you.
Just found it. Let me know if I'm rubbing if the mics are rubbing on the clothes or anything like that. All right, guys.
I was
Can
gonna
you
say
hear me?
without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rubbing.
Can you hear me now?
Probably really loud too. My bad. All right. So
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the channel. We are doing
you keep
some,
packing this box.
you know, moving everything around. This is in between experimentation.
Odds and ends. I got my homemade switch.
Organized and cleaned
This
up.
thing is pretty cool. It's not high frequency, but
space here to
it hits pretty much
bring
reliable.
Like we're bringing in the other pulse motor here. Yeah, it's like sleeting.
All right.
Got some heavy frozen
I'm
precipitation.
gonna grab a couple more of these clips. My homemade switch.
Drop a comment. Let us know where you're from. Let us know what the weather's like out there. As we're getting set up to move all that equipment into here. Over here.
All right.
We were working with a 2-room approach, and now we're boiling it down into one. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, welcome to the channel.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Florida is in the house.
Florida in the house. Awesome. Heck yeah. Love to be in Florida right now, I think. Weather would be great.
Thanks for the subscribe, Lou06. Ottawa's in the house.
All right. Let's put these here like this. See, I got these extra long ones that are like 6 feet. And I got 3 feet ones. And then I got two feet ones.
There we go.
2 foot. My bad.
The gator clips
Yeah.
of various lengths.
Yeah. And it turns out in the end you only needed one length, but having the various lengths, well, I mean, every once in a while you need them, so it's good to have them. The longer ones especially, like this one right here. So we'll go all the way around the table. See, and then when I get going here again, everything will be right here, and I won't need to go looking for it. Oh, awesome.
So, like, I guess a question would be like, are we going to discover something new about physics? You know, are we going to, or is AI going to do it? Not us. You know, that's the question.
Well, I think we did AI, or we put it together here. May have been put together somewhere else before, like way before, but here, I think we did it here, or we're doing it here. So yeah.
Yeah, because I think we're on the verge of furthering our understanding in everything.
I believe, yeah, we're going to find out stuff we didn't know before. Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, there's potential, but You know, you can look at the promise or the peril of it, because there's multiple
Oh, my throat is
entities that are
dry.
decentralized, trying to build it for different reasons. So we'll see where it ends up. But I think agents
Let me
are
get some
going to
water
come
real
in
quick.
2025.
You keep working.
You know, and slowly start to disrupt, maybe quickly. You know.
How are you doing, Paige? Good.
But I think, you know, we're going to be able to
Yeah,
change the
no
way that we do things and represent ourselves in the world.
doubt.
You know, and then there's going to be development on all kinds of sectors. I think like in 5 main sectors, like manufacturing,
All right.
domestic, humanitarian, public
So I
works,
got a battery pack
and the
here
military.
and
Would you
here.
agree with that? And I'm talking like humanoid robotics
Got 2 pancake coils.
combined
That's a load
with
right there.
AI.
Yeah, it is kind of nippy, isn't it? It keeps me going though, so we're gonna leave the windows open for right now.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks
Hey,
for
hey.
dropping in. We're having kind of just random chats as we're moving everything. We're doing a portage with the pulse motor. Just imagine there's some water right here. So let us know your thoughts on, you know, how, you know, AI is filling in some of the gaps right now that we haven't been able to fill in for a while. So like when you benchmark against, you know, statistical pieces of the way we do things as humans, you know, it's like we've set up our economy to be a large part like task oriented, you know, and repetitive tasks. So, you know, that's not, those things will be automated for sure. But now creative things, you know, there's an argument coming in that AI can do creative things too. I mean, I hear that. Everybody's got their own opinion on it. But I would say never gauge it by what it's doing right now. Is look at the trajectory it's on by its benchmarking results. And then it may be, you know, it may be different once they're agents, so they're able to go out into the real world and do something for you and do it accurately and correctly. You know, and liability would be on the OEM of that AI, or excuse me, the patent holder or the licensor. But if it comes from decentralized mechanism that has a governance mechanism as well, so like the entire community gets to have a say in it, I think that would be remarkably awesome. So if we have like, what's up, buddy? Look at the little bum. What's up, buddy?
Oh,
And he goes, and he got it, and he got it. Nice.
all right.
You can't damage this, but this is cool.
The inevitability is that these are gonna get tangled up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I get it. think that's cool though. Working with Bendini motors, getting it, pushing the bounds. There's a long progression of work in this field. And I think magnets are definitely innovating at this point. If you can get magnets without any rare earth in it, I mean, what does that say? Or motors without any rare earth in them completely. That's going to reduce dependency on a lot of things.
Well, the way I see it is it going to increase profit margin. That's what it's going to increase.
So profit margin for sure. But if you look at where we're going in terms of like transportation, like the batteries themselves are subject to decreasing marginal cost. And that is now reflecting in the EVs that are coming out of China and South Korea, and maybe soon out of Tesla. So we'll see what happens. But if you think about it, the dependency is on the minerals that go into the battery, because the battery is over 1/3 of the cost of an EV. And labor has a high cost there too. So you get the batteries going. Some of them are faulty. Some of them don't last as advertised. But on average, yeah, they do. And like recent studies are showing that the testing for those batteries didn't have the cooling systems that are available now, or the battery management systems that are available now, and that like they're predicted to last 40% longer than what they said in 2017. So, but then just think about it. We can truly tap into a closed system, like reuse, renew, recycle kind of thing, where we take the batteries out of these EVs after it goes down to 80% utilization on the range, put them as battery storage, and then once they're no longer viable for battery storage, you break them down and you recycle them. And yes, you can recycle these things over and over and over and over and over again. But the whole point is that those minerals stay here if those cars are recycled here. So it lowers our dependency on having to get them from mines or imports. So right now, most of them are lithium iron phosphate, and we're moving into sodium ion. So that's just going to change the world. That's going to bring the cost down to $10 per kilowatt hour by 2030, in my opinion. Where right now, we're at 100 or 50, depending on where they're made in the world. So you bring it down by another 10x or 5x, it's going to have massive ramifications. And like, if people aren't realizing that China is about to take over the world with EVs right now, it's like the writing is on the wall for me. But in my opinion, they're being backed by Tesla, because Elon's like, if you use our patents in good faith, we won't sue you. So technically that's open source now. And a lot of those companies have started to copy and use these things. So, my opinion, I know they do it differently in China because it's 50% owned by the state as well. But all of them had been unprofitable up until this year, besides BYD. And now you got like 10 companies that are hitting profitability, and another half dozen in the line that are within $5,000 of profitability. So it's the capacity is already there. The utilization is not. So China only has to double its utilization twice and boom. And since the build out doesn't necessarily need to occur, I don't know. I don't think policy is going to stop it.
Man, bro. What were we talking about now? Magnets?
Batteries and magnets, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Hell yeah, man. That's my brother's opinion on batteries and magnets. So deep.
It's deep.
It's deep. It's freaking awesome though, man. Talk for hours about this stuff.
But it's all about the grid scale batteries. So the easier those are to get hooked in, permitted, and hooked into the utility, the quicker we're going to see the electricity industry evolve. What up, Ken? I don't know. We're talking about batteries, future. You know, I'm encouraging people to seek out their own information and not just receive it passively. We're moving pulse motors. We got the pulse motor Portage. Just imagine this blue floor is the water. We're gonna bring this in there. We're consolidating from 2 rooms to 1.
Gotta get another bag.
And that's the rotor we just brought in. So this is electromagnetism hobby. Right on.
Tinfoil is very useful. We're gonna leave this one out. We still got a lot of good cans in there.
I'm not sure. Well, ask him. Oh, we got egg. Oh, buddy.
Speaking of batteries, this thing weighs like 4 pounds.
Wow. Yeah. These spots are so cool. What's up, Mike? We are consolidating.
Hey. Oh no, I'm just heavily into what I'm doing.
You're good.
All right, so I'm like slowly getting everything off the table, either into a box, move in there, or into a box, move in there. Some things that I think are more valuable, I'll move individually.
To the storage unit.
Yeah. Well,
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel.
hello, hello.
Just wanted to get your thoughts on grid scale batteries, the big ones,
Yeah, big batteries.
that are made out of cells. So I think a lot of them are 2170 NMC, nickel, manganese, cobalt, but a lot more recently have been NF or LFP, lithium iron phosphate, and some of them are now sodium ion. So charging these batteries for the grid.
So just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Straight up, nice. And yeah, the individual stuff is definitely creative and specialized and unique sometimes, but tailored for sure. And it probably, you probably get into euphoria when things work out really well sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they work out too well for what I've created sometimes.
But if we think on like a macro level here,
Yeah.
how are we gonna charge these batteries? Is it gonna be solar? Is it gonna be wind? Is it gonna be nuclear? Is it gonna be pulse motors?
Pulse motors. I think it could be a combination of all of that. I think the well, I don't even, like a spindle in the middle looks kind of like a corkscrew. It has all the magnets on it, right? But it's definitely a vertical thing. Okay, and as for a radial, for like a radial pulse motor, it look like a drill bit. They have all the magnets in the middle, and it would spin, but it would spin. It would have all the layers on it that you just don't have on them right here.
And I mean, if you could purchase something like that or build it yourself and put it in your backyard, and it would actually charge a nearby mega battery.
Well, I don't think it would be. I think macro for macro, micro for micro. You need a big one.
No doubt.
To
So
charge a big battery.
That would be a decentralized way that all of us can get involved, but a big one to charge it all at the same time. Yeah. If you can scale it, for sure.
You could, if you had one attached to your house, like a battery, you probably design one of these things. And this isn't the only route, so I doubt many people would go this way. But
I know it's but if you're able to make money from the one that you build yourself, or purchase and then set it up and get an ROI and maybe possibly a revenue stream after that.
Everybody has one in their backyard.
Right. Decentralize the generation in a different way than solar and wind.
But I don't know, man. I mean, the easiest way to run that would be with gasoline and a motor. That'd be the easiest way. Then it could run all day. Then it could run all night.
What about solar on a battery?
Solar on a battery? Yeah, absolutely. You got to design that the right way for the battery to turn off in the morning.
Yeah, and use the solar when the sun's up,
Right.
and then have a backup battery if it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
To charge a battery
Right.
to run your house.
Yes. I wonder if it'll get down to like the appliance level.
And I mean, I'm running SSG on this board, and it charges, but I think to be pretty fast. But we need to charge faster than that to keep up with the demand of running a house. That's insane.
Because yeah,
when
you
you
got
think
all
about
the
it.
fridges, the computers, the TVs.
But if you do it the right way, it wouldn't be as insane. It wouldn't. But for less insanity, if you do it the right way for less insanity, let's put it that way. Because it's really, people would consider it the wrong way to do it.
No doubt. Like you turn off all your device, you unplug everything.
No, that's one way, but not the way I'm talking about.
And then everything resets.
Yeah.
You have to type in your username and password again.
Again.
And then it's like, you need to click on this email and you have to log into it right here. So
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would look really cool. I think like if you had one and your neighbor didn't, he'd be like looking over all the time, being like, "That thing is cool."
it'd be like, bro, I'll set you up with one of these if you give me 50% of your earnings.
Yeah, and I don't know, because what I do know is I get up to 200 volts off of 3 coils and 12 magnets just on mine.
Mm-hmm.
But that's AC volts. You get just around the same amount of DC, but not as much.
So pulse motors is a decentralized physical infrastructure network that charges home batteries and grid batteries.
I think you could. I mean, if it's big enough, and I mean, like if you're using like graphene, I think that would be an awesome, more than awesome pulse motor right there.
Yeah.
If you could get it to, I mean, literally, you would have to make the whole thing of graphene, and like all the conductive parts, all that would all have to be graphene, not coated or anything like that, because when you get that material and you try to run the same amount of power through another material, it's going to immediately melt. It's going to like instantaneously evaporate, because the graphene is so much more conductive than any other material.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I've tried, said stay. I'm going to stay away from it for right now. Absolutely. And you can get it just from using a piece of tape and a pencil. You can get a layer of graphene.
Yeah.
It's wow. It's wow. That's all I got to say about that. It is wow.
Some nuclear diamond batteries. So you just need a couple power.
What?
I don't even know how much you would need to power a city.
Graphene? Or
no, some of the
city batteries?
Stuff in development, in the pipeline stuff.
I don't know if batteries are designed to like run anything for any long period of time.
That's what I'm saying. I just read an article saying maybe, and they're called nuclear diamonds. I can't remember what kind of,
a new type of battery?
Yeah, what kind of nuclear substance they're using in them.
That's cool. I don't know. Maybe as like with nuclear reactor protocol, that might be useful.
Right. And they're like, it's less, I can't remember, but the name of it is not representative of what it does compared to other normal things around us.
Oh, I don't know.
That's the vibe I was getting from that article, but I gotta find it.
Here's my maglev. You just put one of these discs around the pole, and the other one goes around the pole, and wow. They're N42s. They'll hold up a lot of weight.
Out of Blamsky.
And this thing, I know that Tesla coils are powerful. I'm planning on building one maybe myself. Maybe more than one. I don't know. But this right here, I can feel that like repel. If we can get this to happen between Tesla coils or between a Tesla coil and something else, I'm talking about the field. I'm not talking about the coil. I'm talking about the field. We can get that to happen. Excuse me.
Yeah,
They could fly.
yeah, Brian, I got that part. But it was saying that it was trying to expand it into EVs, appliances, and other things. That like they're in pacemakers over here.
The nuclear diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that sounds pretty cool.
But I get what you're saying too, is to create like a lock. It locks in.
A box
Lock.
for a lift
Oh,
to
lift.
lift it, like put it on the bottom of your car. Have a bunch of Tesla coils lined up on the ground, and it will just float.
Okay.
And then you just design some sort of small propulsion system, and you could fly. Anything that's around right now can be retrofitted to adapt to the new or the elevated infrastructure.
So that's a great point. I wonder. So like, if there is an S curve in EVs right now, there will be, the opposite S curve with gas cars. So they're just going to get more expensive, and they're going to have to fire more people as a result. Unless it's heavily subsidized by government, which are pushing EVs right now in a lot of the areas of the world. So I don't know what's to expect, but like, would any of those cars be retrofit if they become too expensive for people compared to what the alternative would be, which is looking like autonomous EVs. So like, I just saw this EV from a company called Cherry out of China that looks like a Jeep, or even like a Land Rover a little bit, but it's like $13,000, and it goes 300-mile range, and it can plug into NACS, North American Charging Standard superchargers. It's like, you want the bells and whistles on it, 16,000. I don't know. It's I mean, tariffs will work against us paying $14,000 for that car. So it'll bring the price of that car up close to where the prices of our cars are now. But I see. What if Tesla launches a $30,000 vehicle or a $25,000 vehicle here in America? What if that happens? And what if that happens like this year? Then it's going to happen here too. you know, if it's a desirable vehicle. What if there's some kind of like inductive charging where you can just drive through a field and it'll be charging your vehicle?
Yeah, they gotta be different. People are working on it. It's there'll be an alternator that charges the battery as you go, and that can't happen. There's something about it that won't let it work.
The charging while you're
It's gotta be something different from that.
maybe well, I wouldn't.
Because, I mean, no, if your car's running, like your motor is running, it won't work.
I think there is a patent on this. I think
Okay. Well,
I got
good. No, that's really good. If that's true.
because I remember this this specific thing.
Because I've been wanting this stuff to happen for years.
And I have to find that before I misquote.
Could you turn down the sound?
Nice. Thank you, guys. Sorry. Here we go. Yeah, the audible sound frequency thing. I agree with that, Mike. I think we all had like what's our field? Are we able to measure our own field? How much we emit? Whatever kind of energy that is. Oh, it's already happening around the world, Mike, just not here. We've protected against it. So, oh yeah, it's already here, man. Just not here. Here, it'll be 15K, probably. I don't know. So 2030, 2032. If sodium ion brings the cost per kilowatt hour down to $10 by 2030, which is being predicted at this point. Yeah, maybe here, Brian, but it's going to lead to their dismay. And I'm predicting a catastrophic gas car sales collapse starting this year, ending by the end of 2027. And the writing's on the wall. And I don't know if we're talking too big to fail anymore. Talking if governments are willing to do it, knowing that it's a mature industry that's declining in sales. Across the board, I might add. And the increased prices that came from, all the money supply from a few years ago, those cars are still on lots. Sitting. The 25 models are about to come in, but 23 models and 24 models are still sitting. So, see what happens. But I'm predicting major bankruptcies and dealerships starting this year.
Yeah, I mean, look at how much better the Graphine is.
And the more EVs like a dealership sells, the less maintenance on those EVs. So their whole business model just kind of goes away. Because the dealership model is all about the maintenance. and having a place where people go, but direct sales is eroding that. So it's like, if autonomy is a real thing, that changes the math completely. I think it'll be something like that. There's a few of those now. That goes 300 miles. There you go. Yeah. Nice work, bro.
Yeah. It's a process.
Mm.
Look out, Tiggs. Look out, cat.
So, like, can our communities work benefit where we're heading? So we got to be Wayne Gretzky here, guys. We're going to throw the puck to where we're heading, not where we are. Do you agree with me?
Maybe we can just move it in there. Get off the table.
Watch out, Tiggs. He's good. He's out.
All right. There we go. There's one part. We'll get that nice and squared away when I get the second part in.
Now, just think about like autonomous EVs. If, or when, yeah, when these things become usable and accepted, and not like the LiDAR ones by Waymo and Zoox and Cruise and such, because we're just watching those shut down, clear bankruptcy and whatnot. But my opinion, the neural net-based vision programs, those ones are the ones learning without having coding telling them what to do. So that's where my money's on. But it's like, how many autonomous EVs will it take? I mean, how many gas car sales will go away for one autonomous EV? That's the math that's starting to be looked at right now. And people are coming up with 5. So the use of one autonomous EV will prevent 5 individuals from buying a new or used gas car or EV. So it will hit both gas and EV when autonomous comes out for car ownership purposes. So this is all about car ownership. Because people are going to want to get a ride instead of own a ride because it's cheaper. Not everybody, don't get me wrong, but many people, because transportation is a large part of budgets here and around the world for people who are driving.
All right, that's good.
I saw that. It looked painful for a minute, but you got it. Look how much space you have there.
Yeah, there's almost enough for my computer desk, but I don't think it'll fit. I mean, I could move it all the way over, but I want to be able to open the bathroom door.
I mean, you'd have to put it like where this desk is and have it facing that way or that way.
No.
Okay.
That table is not going to move.
Then I think this is good.
Yeah.
You can do push-ups there.
I can walk around 3 sides of all these things. That is awesome.
That is perfect. And then another way to look at the autonomous EV thing is, say like 10% of the cars are going to start to drive 20% of the miles.
I'm going to go get myself a
30% of the
mug.
miles. 40% of the miles. It's going to start to look like that because they're going to be more fully
Boom,
utilized
now you can see.
and being used. you know, all except for when they're charging. And then as that tech gets better, it's going to be less time charging and cheaper to charge, because most of these outfits are building batteries and solar as they're building a charging station now. So they're buying power at the outset, so they tap into the local grid, you know, less and less.
So that wasn't so bad.
We are moving our pulse motor from one room to the next. We're consolidating. And there's one.
Now I get that box
There's
while
a
the
big one we
coffee's
just
brewing.
moved. And this is our playground
Take it
where all
in
the
there.
experiments happen.
Start sorting
Electromagnetic
it
pulse
out.
motor.
What? That makes no sense.
But then from like a company standpoint, you're going to shift the revenue model, because then it's you don't have to pay a driver and you own the vehicle. Then it's dollars per mile or dollars per kilometer. So you want to do the cost of ownership on these vehicles as the OEM,
You could have just put some.
and then
Like,
you know, be able to make them as cheap as possible and as safe as possible, so that you can lower the price of the ride hail service. Because in my opinion, it's going to come out undercutting every single ride hail service, Uber, Lyft, taxis, etc. At the beginning, and then it'll just decrease in price from there.
Oh,
So that happens, then you're going to start, you know, like, okay, public transportation. What's the threshold there for that to make sense anymore? What's the cost of the bus pass for people? If people can get this autonomous EV transportation for less than what they're paying for a bus pass, they're going to use that.
I don't think you're an idiot.
And it'll be, you know, chauffeur rides and, you know, individual space. Or they'll have a, you know, people mover kind of thing too. That was proposed.
Yeah, man, that's good. You know, you should speak up a little bit. Oh yeah, that's so loud. I think that's why I'm talking quiet too. But then that's okay. I mean, the mics are good. They pick up well.
Yeah.
But I could tell that you're like trying not to like get loud at all.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm going on. I know I'm going on. But I think this year we're going to see some autonomous EVs that come from neural network based vision systems, and that we have not seen before. So these LiDAR based systems are pointless and doomed, in my opinion, because they cost too much and you can't compete on price. And some of them run on gas, so you can't compete on price based on that. What's up, Biggs?
I got these really, really strong magnets. Sorry for being loud, but they're just wow. I got two of them. I'm gonna make a rotor with these.
Yeah, that's a serious clamp.
Yeah, man. don't get this. Yeah. Get yourself caught between two of these.
Right. No. We have we are under attack.
There they go. Okay. I just need a bearing.
Thanks, Klaus. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Germany in the house. In the house, in the house. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, and then labor. We're not even talking about labor yet, but humanoid robots will be in the tens of millions by the end of the decade, if not hundreds of millions. We're about to see massive scaling up there. So a lot of this is going to happen simultaneously. People, I know some of them see that, but and then like convergence with decentralized entities is going to help to, distribute power and influence differently. Wow. But all actors are welcome, so the institutions can join in too, and they can buy governance tokens and vote as well. And some, not all blockchains are like that though. So there's massive evolution there. Take a look at it. But like straight up proof of stake mimics our financial system. But like modified proof of stakes, less so.
All right, so this is how we build the magnet. Will it pop out?
It just keeps on saying, I'm charging.
Oh.
I'm charging. It just he was yanking on it, so it was fine up until he started yanking on it. We're good now. Yeah, look at this.
Sweet. Sorry, I gotta be able to have a good time.
You're good.
All right, so hope I don't need anything out here. The door is noisy. Wow, that went so smooth.
Yeah, Brian, that's a great point. I think that's the only way gas stations are going to survive if they can afford to, clear the tanks and clean them. But check out Neo and IO out of China. They do have that, and they do it that way. But they are not profitable.
All right. So yeah, I'll take care of that in a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Jenny's not here. Yeah, I'll call her back when we're done here.
Okay.
All right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to do is just move some stuff around, get a better work area. So that's pretty much it. I gotta see what that was about. Is there any way that I could do an intermission?
Just pause it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I think it would be from there.
All right.
But we can
do another one later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna do another one later, and I'll get back to you guys. Thank you very much. Peace out. Have a good night. Please subscribe. Remember everything my brother said about the batteries.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Love you guys.
Peace out.